Today is August 18th, and I have been thinking a bit about the trading journey that I have embarked on. And I equate this journey to a college degree. How, it seems to me that's how it works. And so the only way essentially to receive a certificate of graduation as a consistently profitable day trader is essentially having starting from a certain level and reaching a certain level. That is the only way to receive a certificate. Even if I mess up somehow and then it drops to zero, I have a blueprint of how I got there, and therefore I can redo it. Hopefully, learning the second time around what caused me to drop. But essentially, the degree from which I started from a modest amount to reach uh, uh, a significant amount is essentially building up that system that allows me to be consistent. And therefore, essentially, there are milestones that I created. And so these milestones, essentially what I created for myself is 5 points of 5 points of milestones. Now these milestones define whether I graduate or not, or have I achieved, or because in the circle of the life of a university is that unless I pass the first, second, third, fourth year, or even fifth year, that I don't graduate. But I have to graduate. I have to progress from the first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year. The first year, it may take longer because I have to take care of something at the first year. So what I did was I was at the probation office on Monday of this week, and I picked up five pebbles. Uh, and so the intent was for me to label it and do something with it when I reach these milestones. And I labeled as MS. And when I came into the office, I missed the donuts this morning because I was trading from the futon that I had. And the office supplies had this Sharpie. It was green Sharpie, which is a good thing, right? My account is green going up. That's a good thing. So what I ended up was I took those five pebbles in my pocket. I left it in my car. It was cold. Now I'm in here. And so I have these five pebbles, and each one of them I labeled as such. Okay? This is milestone one. I've already achieved it. I have it. It's in the bag. Okay? Today I lost 1 hour, but I'm still 1 hour. Milestone one. Milestone one is still good. To make it more clear, it's called 50R. I have achieved 50R. I'm above 50R. Okay, I'm 54R. All right, right now I'm 54R, and I've achieved the first milestone. The second milestone is 100R. There's a Thanksgiving that's squeezed in next week, so it might be a slow week. And this is November. Next month is December, and so trading days will be a few days will be limited, and the volume may be smaller, like the summer days, because vast majority of Wall Street goes on vacation during the summertime, and I'm sure that's what they do in Christmas time, especially when they're affluent and very rich people. They can afford to go away on vacations far often. Then individuals who are at the office evolution, who are attempting to become a consistent profitable day trader and would like to have action every day with preferably high volume. So this is 100R. I have an Excel spreadsheet that has tracked with based on each day's growth with a specific percentage. I'm not sure whether I will reach it. I don't know. It might be this year or maybe next year, maybe a month or two. I don't know. Essentially, I'm doubling what I have. I don't know how long it's going to take. Okay, I just don't know. But this is 100R. Not yet. I have not achieved 100R yet. This is milestone number 3. Essentially, when I reach, this one is more shapely. I don't know how it worked out, but this one is more shapely. This one is more like an egg. It's more like an egg, the pebble. God has ordered this such that I picked up those 3, which are essentially flat. This one is number 3, milestone number 3, which essentially what it is 300R. 300R is essentially taking 1R that I started out at the onset of milestone 0 at the start position of 1R. 10R. I've started with 10R. Now, this essentially is a 300R. Essentially, 300R is telling me like 10x of what is that? 30x. 30 times what I started out. And it has been significant amount of time lapse within the market, which allows me to absorb the ups and down swings of the market. That tells me that the conditions have changed, and therefore making money throughout those changes and undulations and variances in the market tells me that I know what I'm doing. It is a significant milestone. It's a milestone that tells me that I know what I'm doing. However, this is the third stage, just like being at a university. Freshman, right? Freshman, what is that? Sophomore, junior, and a senior, and post-senior. Sometimes it takes 4 to 5 years to graduate from the standard and base of college, like the fundamentals, like engineering, uh, physics, and math, and like other things, right? So this is milestone number 3, which is incredibly significant. It is something that has it's a significant milestone. Milestone number 2 is significant because that's also getting to a point where I get a heightened sense of the value of money at that point. But this milestone number 3 is incredibly important. Now coming to milestone number 4. Milestone number 4 is essentially a little bit more than the milestone number 3 because it is essentially I've reached a serious serious impediment to get to the point of milestone number 4. Milestone number 4 essentially is it's an affirmation. It's an affirmation of what I've done as a day trader, and it's just telling me that I'm still on the right track. It's essentially the toughest part was actually crossing that milestone number 3, and this is just coasting through using the similar things. Now, this is milestone number 5. Milestone number 5 is when I get my degree. This is when I can print out a certificate of authenticity, authenticity of being a day trader. And this is a milestone that reaches 1000R. Now 1000R is essentially an exclamation point, shaking hands with with the dean of Wall Street, and the dean handing out the certificate saying, you have done it. You have achieved a status as a professional day trader. And wherever you go, whatever you do, you have now the skill set to make money, withdraw money from the ATM of the Wall Street. This essentially places the exclamation point in the number of hours and the sacrifices that were made. It's an opportunity to even submit my resume to a trading firm to give credence to the validity of the trading, consistently profitable day trading prowess. That right there will allow me to go even to greater heights, any heights at this stage, as it opens up the door to a whole new world.